Hello, my name is Cole with Southern Leisure Spas and Patio. Today I'm going to take you through the basic operation and maintenance for your Marquis Vector hot tub. The first thing you'll need to do once the hot tub has been delivered and wired up by the electrician is fill it with water. To properly fill your Marquis Vector hot tub with water, you need to remove the filter lid right here, and you're going to put the hose in the filter area right here. Turn your garden hose on, let it fill up through the filter area here so that it primes the pumps, and you're going to want to go ahead and fill it to just below the pillows right here. You want to be about 1 inch to 1/2 inch below the pillows. It's important not to overfill it. If you overfill it, it can cause a siphon leak through the air check valve. So make sure not to overfill it so you don't have to worry about that issue. Take it to right at the bottom of the pillows or about 1 inch below is what I recommend. One thing that makes the Marquis Vector series so unique is the volt control flow system that makes up these valves here on the top rim of the spa. These knobs and controls up here help you precisely control the flow of water to each jet and each seat in the hot tub. So we'll cover this in a little bit more detail. I'm going to show you on a wet running model how this works. Alright, I'm here with a Vector V94 model. This is the large Vector non-lounge model. And as you can see here, we got a couple of the large control valves around the spa. These big valves are the zone control valves, and these valves are going to be what control the flow to each seat in the spa. So this one right here is going to control this seat right here. That one right there actually controls both of those seats, I believe. And then as we go around the spa, there's large zone control valves that are going to help control the flow of water to each seat. So I'm going to turn the pump on real quick here. So as you can see, I have this pump running on high speed right now, and I'm going to take this valve, it's open, I have flow of water. I'm going to close it by going counterclockwise. It actually closes these two seats right here. Now all the flow from this pump is being diverted to the corner seat right here. If I take this valve and open it back up clockwise, the flow comes back. The beauty about this type of valve is it can be controlled at a 1 to 100 scale. It doesn't have to be either on or off. You can put it at 60%, 50%, 40%, 30%. No other hot tub really has the ability to do that. The way this valve is designed is unique to Marquis, and it allows you to really customize the flow of water to each seat in the hot tub. So on the Vector series, almost every seat is going to have a large knob with the Z on it. If it has the Z on the handle, that means it is a zone control valve. The other controls located around the rim of the spa are going to be the air controls and the water feature control. So we'll cover the air controls next. The air controls are going to be the valve control with the A on the handle. These controls are going to control the flow of air through the jets in the seat that they're closely positioned to. So this is going to be important for determining how much pressure you want out of the jets. When you mix air with the water coming through the jet, it's going to feel like stronger pressure. If you turn the air off, it's going to reduce the pressure. So I have an air control valve right here. Left or counterclockwise is going to open that air valve and push air through the jet. Right or clockwise is going to close that valve and make it just water coming through. I'll demo this real quick for you. Okay, you can see right there, as I open that up, you can see the air mixing in with the water. Now I'm going to close it off, and there we go. Alright, the last valve that we're going to talk about is the water feature valve. On the Vector series, most of the time this valve is going to be located close to the top side control, towards the front of the spa. It's going to have a W on the handle, and this is basically an on-off valve that is going to control your water feature or your waterfall to make them pop up or sit down on the rim of the spa. The water feature on the Vector is plumbed into pump 1, and so to display this I'm going to show you pump 1 on low speed. Right now I have the water feature off. I'm going to turn it counterclockwise to open it up. As you can see, they pop up and they're shooting water out. If I turn pump 1 on high, they're going to shoot out even more. And then I can use this valve to dial back the flow. So we're still on high speed, but I could take it, I've taken it back to about 30% open to soften the flow, or I can turn it all the way off when they go down. So this is wide open, this is about halfway, and that's all the way closed right there. Alright, so on the Vector series there's one more valve worth mentioning. It is the red zone control valve here typically on the back of the spa. And this valve is going to control your whitewater floor jet on your Vector hot tub. So the Vector has the whitewater floor typically in the floor. It's going to be the big red jet, and this valve is going to control that jet down there. So I'm going to open this up so you can see what that does. Okay, so now that jet is open, the seats on this pump are also open. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to close these seats off so you can see what it looks like when the whitewater floor jet is open and the seats are closed off. So that's 100% of that pump going to that whitewater floor jet. That's about 200 gallons of that through that jet right here. Alright, now we're going to discuss filter maintenance on your Marquis Vector Spa. So you're going to want to clean your filters about once a month, rinse them out, and you're going to want to degrease them about once every 3 months as a general rule of thumb. So to clean your filters, you're going to do the following. Make sure you turn your breaker off first. We don't want anything getting pulled into the pump through the filter area, so make sure to turn power off to the spa before you do anything. Once you have power off to the spa, you're going to remove your filter lid right here. And these filters, there's 2 of them in this Vector 84, and you're going to unthread them. They come out counterclockwise. They should just be finger tight in there. So you're going to unthread them. You're going to pull them out, both of them. I'm just, for example purposes, I'm going to show you this one. It's not in too tight, and it's important when you put them back in to just go finger tight with them. So you're going to pull your filter out, and you're going to take, when you go to rinse it, you're going to take a high pressure nozzle on a garden hose outside the spa, and you're going to rinse it out to get all the large debris and everything out of there. If you have, kind of a more pinpoint high pressure nozzle, you can work in between the pleats to get everything out of there, all the dirt, hair, gunk. You're going to want to do this once a month. Once you have your filters clean, you can put them back in the spa and thread them in. Make sure not to go too tight, just finger tight, and then replace your filter lid. Now, once every 3 or 4 months, you're going to want to degrease the filters. So there's a couple ways you can do this. I'm going to take this one back out. So you can take a 5-gallon bucket, like a Home Depot or Lowe's bucket, any 5-gallon bucket, and soak the filter in a filter cleaning solution in the 5-gallon bucket, or a lot of the filter cleaner comes in a spray bottle. You can spray it and let the filter cleaner soak on the filter and then rinse it out. It's really important to make sure you rinse it really good, or you will get a lot of foam and bubbles in your hot tub when you put the filter back in. So once every 3 to 4 months, you're going to soak this in a filter cleaning solution, whether you soak it in a bucket with diluted filter cleaner or you spray it with a spray filter cleaner. You're going to let it soak. That's going to break down all the body oils and everything that's trapped in the filter media here. And then you're going to rinse it out really good with a high pressure nozzle on your garden hose. I think it's a good rule of thumb to let them dry outside the spa as well before putting them back in. That seems to reduce the risk of having foam or bubble issues as well. So when you go to put them back in, you're going to thread in finger tight, clockwise, just like you would a screw or a bolt, and then filter lid back on, and then you can power the spa back up. And once again, rinse every month, degrease and deep clean them every 3 to 4 months, and then replace your filters every 12 to 18 months depending on use. Alright, I'm going to cover the top side control next. There's not a great way to do this because Marquis positions their top side facing the spa, and so without being in the spa it's kind of difficult to get this, but it is really handy that they have it positioned in towards the spa because it makes it easy to control when you're in the spa versus most hot tubs are positioned outside the spa. So just to cover this real quick, it's pretty self-explanatory. You have a couple buttons here. Jets 1, Jets 2, Soak, and then Temp, Light, and Timer. So Jet 1, if you hit that once, it's going to put the pump on low speed. If you hit it again, it's going to put the pump on high speed. If I hit it again, it's going to turn the pump off. Jets 2 is going to do the same thing. Low speed, high speed, off. Now, Jet 1 will run on low speed to heat the spa until it reaches the set temperature. So right now it's running on low to heat the spa. I'm going to hit it again, turn on high. Now the soak button is for making everything turn off. So if you want complete silence in your hot tub, you're going to hit the soak button. I hit the soak, it turned everything off. Even though the spa is calling for pump 1 to run on low to heat, it's going to override that and turn everything off. The other buttons on the right side of the top side control are Temp, Light, and Timer. So Temp is going to control the temperature. I'm going down with it. If I let it stop, flashing, there we go. It shows current temp set at 100, or the current temperature is at 100. I'm going to hit this again. It's blinking. Now, as I hit it, it's going to go up. So, it's set at 100 now. Once it quits blinking, it's going to show 100. That's the current temp in the spa. Light, pretty simple. On, off. Every time you push it on and off, it's going to filter, or it's going to cycle to a different color of light. And then the timer button is just going to start the timer, and that's going to let you know if you're wanting to track how long you've been in the spa. You can do it with the timer button. Alright, when it comes to the top side, there are two kind of tricky things that are not real self-explanatory when just looking at it. So the hot tub's going to come set from the factory to filter at 1 hour filter cycles, and those are going to happen 12 hours apart. So once a day, once every 24 hours, your spa is going to filter for 1 hour twice. So 2 hours total every 24 hours from the factory. If your usage is heavier and you're having some cloudy water or trouble keeping the water clear, you may want to bump these filter cycles up. So to do this, you're going to hit the temp button, and then you're going to hit the light button. And you're going to see that abbreviation right there for filter. And next, you're going to hit the temp button again. I have this one bumped up to 2 hours. So if you want to increase it, you're just going to hit the temp button again. That's going to take it to 3. Temp button again would take it to 4. You can run this all the way up to 24, and then it'll start back over at 1. I recommend 1 or 2 hours depending on your use. To exit this, you're going to hit the light button, and that's going to take you back to the main screen. So now the spa is set to filter for 4 hours twice a day, so 8 hours total. Probably overkill, but I'm going to go back and make that adjustment later, take it back to 1 hour. The next, I guess, kind of tricky thing that you need to know about is changing from ready to rest mode. We recommend this like in the Texas summer. Rest mode is just going to run the spa less for filtering and heating. So to do this, you're going to hit filter and light, and then you're going to hit light again a second time, and that's going to go to mode. You can see ready is blinking right there. So I'm going to put it in rest by hitting the temp button, and it jumped over to rest. If I want to go back to ready, I just hit the temp button again, back to ready, and then hit light, and it's going to go back to the home screen there. So rest mode is useful for if you're going to be away, so you're going to be on vacation for a week or two, or in a hot climate in the summer. Rest mode is going to help keep the spa from overheating by running the pumps more than it needs to. The next thing I'm going to cover is draining your Marquis Vector hot tub. So to drain the Marquis Vector, you're going to need to remove the front panel, the front door here, and you'll do that by removing these knobs right here. I'll show you real quickly how to do this. You're just going to unthread counterclockwise, and you will need to take all four off of the front here. Once you have the knobs off, you're going to take the corner here and you're going to pull this plastic corner piece back. Do the same thing on this side right here. And then once you've done that, you can wiggle the door off. And then once you have it off the pegs, you're going to try to slide it all the way to one side and bend this plastic piece back. You'll have to be real careful not to break anything. And then the door just comes out like that. Alright, now that we have the door open, you can see inside the spa here. This is going to be your drain valve right here. It should have a cap on it. This one hasn't been wired up yet and filled up, but it should have a cap on it like this on the end. And there is a ball valve here as well. And if it's turned to the side, that means it's closed. If it's turned back, that means it's open. It's important to make sure that it's closed once you refill it, because sometimes it can leak out around the cap. But what you'll do here is you can just hook a garden hose, thread a garden hose on the end here, open this up, and your spa will drain out. It is important to note that make sure the breaker is off before you start draining your spa. You're going to need to cut all the power to the spa before you drain it. Another method for draining your spa is going to be just to buy a submersible pump from Lowe's or Home Depot or online, and you can put that in the bottom of the spa in the footwell and pump it out that way. That's the quicker way to do it, but if you want to use the built-in gravity drain on the spa, it is right here inside the cabinet. Like I said, you can hook a garden hose to it, open the valve, and drain it out. But make sure your breaker's turned off before you start draining your spa, regardless of what way you do it.